give you them bad money. Money they cause problem.
Sheye Banks.
Alpha.
Banks in the building.
Alpha.
Agba hype man. Afrohype. Nah, I appreciate you for coming through.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
having
thank
me. Pleasure to be here. Vivz sounds Nigerian. I heard her for the first time.
All
Listen,
of this is
I don't
a lie.
know
All of
why.
That,
What do I
this
say
is a
that?
lie. She's not really white. She's Nigerian.
No, I just feel like
it's all lie.
I tend to feel like you speak Yoruba even.
Yeah, she does.
You sound like you have a Yoruba name like
Maybe it's because of you.
like Jola or Funke.
It's because what's my Nigerian name then?
Your
Because I have like
Nigerian
500 at this point.
You probably Funke or Runke or Aduke.
What does that
You know,
mean?
it has
it just
it
a
sort
normal
of has like a K in there.
Why?
There's a care going on. I like that. Oh, Ike. Yeah. One of my aunties.
But
I
yeah.
embrace it. I embrace
I
it.
like that.
I don't know why everyone says this though. That's really funny.
I know, man.
Maybe because I hang out with you lot too
I
much.
know. You know,
Maybe.
that's the
Yeah.
blessing, isn't it?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, it's. So what's good, Mr. Sheye?
I'm great. It's great to be here.
Yeah, Banks meet Banks. You know.
That's
I
right.
didn't
That
do
is
it.
that's such a dead joke.
I said Banks meet Banks.
You know,
It's like-
I mean, but yeah, Banks gang.
Did you wait all day to say that?
Yeah, I was practicing. How do I say this? But no, for real though. Like, I would say thank you for coming through.
Thank you for
I
having
can
me.
tell you're a busy man. Obviously, you're here for one thing only in the country, right? You're not here to like take pictures and just be vibing. You're here to work.
Yeah, I'm actually here to work.
Of course.
And I've been on the road. I mean, we've been in and out of London like 3 or 4 times
been
already.
seeing it as well.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Man.
We've been Birmingham, Manchi,
Manchi.
I like that.
I like that one
Manchester,
too.
or some say Manny.
Manny, yeah. I haven't heard Manchi, but I like that
Manchi, to be
one.
fair,
Mhm.
Yeah, Manchi's like with my goons, like
Yeah,
out there. That's what they
yeah,
call
I like
it, you know.
that.
So I'm like Manchi, you know. So where else? We're going Coventry this weekend. I'm going to Croydon, Luton,
Oh, nice.
Sheffield.
Wow.
We've been to Liverpool too. You know, it's crazy, man. We're on the road and
He's seen more of England than me. I'm not even
I
gonna lie.
swear down. Yeah.
I haven't been to Birmingham. I've been to Manchester, Liverpool, not Coventry.
you know. I was telling Femi that if I was going to move to the UK, I'd love to stay in Birmingham.
Really?
But he's been discouraging me and saying
Why?
like that place is like the gets. It's like,
Yeah, like that's a ghetto now. Like
It has that reputation.
what kind of-
yeah.
what kind of place you wanna go to?
like I just
Birmingham
like
is-
the peace and the quiet.
Oh,
Like I just
okay,
like
okay,
I don't
okay, okay.
you know I don't like being in everybody's face and I don't like everybody being in my face too. You know.
I see.
I like
You're an introvert.
low-key- I'm an ambivert. I'll say
Ambivert. Okay.
Leaning-
So you choose
leaning more towards being an
What's
introvert.
that?
You don't know
Ambivert is
ambivert,
like introverted extrovert.
so
That's
they turn
me.
it on. They turn
That's
it
you.
on
That's
and off.
me.
They turn it
Right.
on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert, so
Yeah, I'm leaning towards being an introvert because I mean I mind my business a lot. I drink water a lot. So, I just like my
sips
energy.
his tea and he's going. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But it's weird because how are you an introvert but also a hype man?
I mean, I think that's the beauty of it because when I'm on stage, when I do what I do, it's a different ego. You know,
Yeah,
like I'm just a different person. I think
It makes sense.
it's the most important thing about being a professional. You just need to know that once you get on, the show goes on, whatever you're dealing with. I remember the last show I did, or maybe not the last show I did. I remember a show I did.
Gang, I love that. He said, cut. Action.
I remember a show I did. I was really pissed with the promoters.
Okay.
And then I got on there, did my thing, and then I left. I was like, I shut down the show, but I got back to being angry after I got off stage.
Of course.
You know, so I mean, it's just you just have to do what you have to do, man.
Yeah.
Just
Show
get the
goes
job done.
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what? Last week I heard a saying. Someone defined what professionalism means, and
Right.
exactly what it says. They say professionalism is when you're able to do something when you don't even want to do it at all.
Right.
It's like,
And I
yeah, I
think
respect that.
that's one of like my key mantras or mottos is like the show goes on. Consistency. I say consistency is far better than blistering speed. I think that's what has just held me or kept me going over the years, even when I don't feel like it, even when the money's not right, even when I'm not motivated to do it. It's just consistency. Like if you do this for like the next 3-4 years, trust you're gonna be at the top of the game and top of the pile.
Facts.
With this.
That's
So,
true. That's true.
I mean,
though.
consistency is everything.
That's true.
Yeah, that
that's
is true.
What got you into hype? Because everyone is doing different things. You know, everyone wants to sell out shows and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you've decided to go down the route of hyping someone.
Yeah, I
What
think
got you into it?
I'll say what got me into hype is the same motivation that got a lot of crypto billionaires into crypto,
Yeah, fair enough.
right?
I like that. I like
You know,
that.
because you would eventually be tagged as a crypto billionaire,
Yeah.
and make money being a crypto billionaire. You've laid the foundation of something new, right?
Yeah.
And I felt like hype was a budding craft years ago. I felt like it was a new craft. Not a lot of people tapped into the career. It was
facts.
also an opportunity for me to, bring people on to set like a foundation for young people who are confused as to what to do with their lives. Sometimes I look back and I say, wow, I think I made a good decision doing this. I've seen some failed rappers and singers say, yo, bro, it's because of you I'm hyping. I'm doing hype music. Sometimes they don't even get shows. They do hype music because I started something called Afrohype.
Afrohype, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I decided, you know what, I could do this, make money out of it, and also start like be one of the pioneers, the foundation of the craft, so yeah.
True.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
go on.
sorry.
No, go.
You seem like a very business-minded person because the way you're speaking right now
Right.
is like someone who looks at something. I guess that's A&R'ing and everything, but you look at something and you see the potential and the opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, where does that come from? Have you always been that way, or
I
like?
think I've always been that way. I've been, they say aspire to Maguire to perspire. It's like
To perspire,
all the
to
motivation.
perspire.
I think from like early, I started my first business when I was like 19.
Yeah,
I'm 23 now.
you're 23.
I'm kidding.
Wait, no, man.
I genuinely believe
this.
this.
I was gonna go with it. I was gonna say about Gen
The
Z.
skin is good.
but
The
yeah,
skin is good. You go with
I'm
it.
23, so let's just go on.
Yeah,
I'm
like
23.
You could have sold it to me. You
Yeah, I
could
would've
have sold
to
it.
you.
I
Yeah.
got it, and I was like,
But I started my first business when I was 19, and
crazy.
I've always been on that, serious P until I got to a point where I just needed to, have fun and everything. But I've always been very driven. I thought I was even gonna get married like 22. The way my life was going.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I mean, life happened, things just happen, and I mean, for me, I think one of the biggest motivations for me about business is tasting the good and the bad. I think experiences shape our realities, right?
True.
And growing up, I didn't grow up with so much, but eventually I had so much, and then I stopped having so much. So it sort of shaped how I never wanted to go back to not having. So there was that, and then I realized that was also a bad mentality, and then I switched to living the best life I could live by making impact. And then when you make impact, you're definitely not gonna laugh.
Facts. So that's facts.
I think my life has just been like a journey. It's been trajectories
that's
and all
dope.
of that. But yeah, we're here now.
That's
Doing what
dope.
we do.
Wait, by the way, do you support Chelsea?
By the special grace of Chelsea.
I looked up and I was like,
You've been waiting for someone to come in here.
You seem like an Arsenal fan or Man U fan.
Oh, Man United
See.
all the way. Come on, Femi knows
See,
what's up, my
You
God.
look like in my haters. People, you're not winning anything for the next 5 years. You could just do that middle like
You know what? We're
gonna
going to be in that same trouser together. You see
Like-
Chelsea
like
and Man United like
Chelsea.
this 5 and 6. We're
Nah,
dragging it.
trust the project, bro. Trust the project. Trust the process.
like
Chelsea is
that's
going
good.
to Spurs.
I love what you said, project. And you've got a project out right now.
Yeah, I've got a project.
Bro,
Yeah.
wait. That
Come
was
on,
good. That was
Segway
good.
King. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be like Sheye Banks, gang.
Shop not cool. Shop not cool.
But
sabi.
yeah, like you've got a very decent project, I would say. To be fair, to see like you said, Afrohype and
Right.
as a hype man, to come out with an album, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't surprised. If you can have DJ Khaled do it, it's about time. And I feel like you've broken like I don't know, it's like a barrier you've just smashed, because I don't know how many Afrohype men have albums apart from what I mentioned.
Yeah, it's actually the first album of its kind.
Yes.
It's also, so I dropped the first Afrohype project. I dropped that project, and then some hype men started dropping projects after that.
Of course.
And that's pretty much what I enjoy about doing what I do. I take the risk, and then when everyone else sees that it can be done,
There you go.
it can be done, and then go ahead and do it. And this is the first album. It's not, trust me, it's been 5 years in the making. And I put in like so much years of hard work, sweat, tears, confusion. Just
I think from first listen, I could tell.
Trust.
I could tell that there were certain songs listening to obviously you guys went into the studio, did
Right.
it didn't bang, and you went, now we are doing this again.
Now we're
I
doing
could
this
tell,
again.
I could
It's
tell.
the
It's like
first song.
very refined.
Yeah,
like,
I
exactly.
could tell that he's
Yeah.
gone back
The first
over and
song
over.
on the album I got from an artist, like I had to, it was LAX. LAX then was still signed to Starboy, I think.
Yeah.
And then he was just about to leave Starboy, and then he showed me love. This guy had no reason to give me a record, but he just blessed me with the song. And then when it was time for me to put it out, he told me, bro, come back, let's work on this song again. So the producer had to do it like multiple times. The producer also had to follow up on the engineering and mixing to just make sure that everything was good. So it was like pure love. Every artist on the project showed me pure love. The next song was Pretty Boy Dio. He called me. He was in a
my
hotel.
guy,
Dio's, oh man, I love that guy. He was in a hotel. We're looking at the like at the ocean, and he was saying some deep stuff. I don't even remember what he was saying.
You're a madman, as you know.
And then he
He
was like, bro,
crazy.
his energy was crazy. It was just like, yo, bro, I love you. You've been showing me love from day one, because there's Alter community. So he started something called Alter.
Alter, yeah,
And then I used to really ride, like I used to support Dio on the radio, because I'm a radio guy too. And then he just said, bro, you show me love when you didn't have to, blah blah blah. And then, bro, just any song, let's make it happen right now. And that was how he gave me that song, So I mean, it's a blessing. Every single person, Lecon, Crayon. I mean, Crayon was on the flight. No, I took Gracie May to Maven, and then he was sipping cranberry juice. The name of the song is Cranberry Juice.
Yes.
And he was sipping cranberry juice when he made that song.
That makes sense.
And then,
That's sick.
something happened. We were almost going to drop another song, and then he was on a flight. He just called me and said, bro, Sheye, let's do this one. It was just pure love. It's not the kind of energy that before you
It's not
want the
forced.
legal.
Yeah.
It
I
was
love
just
that.
pure love.
Yeah.
And not to say that we didn't do the legal part,
Of course
but
we did, yeah.
it was the artist actually wanted it.
It's It's
They
not like you're
actually
forcing
wanted
it as well.
There was no forced
no
energy.
forced
So you're
The
just
vibe was
happy
organic.
because like it's organic, yeah.
And it's been years of, like I said, 5 years. Every artist on the album had reason to be upset or frustrated that you've had these songs for a long time.
Of course.
Right? Because I've been working
Yes.
on it 5 years. Some of the songs I did like this year, some last year, but they could have felt like, bro, you held on the song for too long.
Too long.
But
Life
there's
is
still
like-
this
things happen for a reason, I guess, and this was the right time, to be honest.
Yeah, it's the right
We're in a
time.
place where, like you said earlier, anyway, being like a major pioneer of the Afrohype genre,
Right.
sub-genre, sorry.
Right.
It's the right time to actually do something like this, because we're now in a space, especially like Africa or Afrobeats, or just people
Right.
that listen to Afrobeats.
It's crazy right
Where
now.
there's so many rooms now. Like before, we had just one major room. Now we have loads of rooms, pockets where you can go to.
Absolutely.
And term it Afro anything. You can even do Afro trouser, Afro,
Tra-
scream,
bro,
Afro shout.
and you know what's interesting about that is, if you have a good, solid, valid explanation for that, it's going.
It's gone.
You understand what I mean? And I would say that, I was going to tweet this, but I'm just going to say that I hope people are out there, the younger ones watching this, the new generation of talents, entertainers, creatives that are watching this, are seeing all the sacrifices that, the OGs, the legends,
It did.
the guys right now that are hot at their game,
Listening.
I hope they're seeing what we're doing to impact the culture globally. Because there's a lot of sacrifice, there's a lot of no's coming, there's a lot of closed doors. People don't pay you well because of what you're doing, because they don't understand. So when it starts coming, don't disrespect the people that have come before you.
Facts.
And
Big facts.
it's a very, very beautiful thing right now that's going on with Afrobeats. And the way Afrobeats was hard to understand in the beginning.
Yeah.
The way Amapiano from South Africa, those guys made those sacrifices. I hope people can understand, new genres or subgenres like Afrohype or Afro gospel, Afro, like the new sounds.
Afro
coming.
Alagbe.
Afro Alagbe, Afro podcast,
Afro podcast.
Afro podcast. I hope people will understand with time that there's been a lot of consistency and sacrifice that has been put in to make this happen.
Facts.
True.
Facts. Because a lot of people tend to forget. I get it. Like I do say, this. I call them class of 2020 Afrobeats fans. This one's a class of 20. So they go with whatever Spotify recommends to them.
Right.
Oh, have you heard this tune? Yes, I've heard it before. And you're just like, then you understand that it's such a diverse what should I say, no, more or less like opinion, because people listen to things for whatever different reason. Some people could be in a car and be like, oh, I like this song, and they become fans. Why some people be like, I'm not really feeling it, until they go to like maybe a concert or party, then they go, ooh, I really like this. So I'm happy we're in a space where people can actually digest like your Afrohype album, for instance, another Afro song or Afro podcast in different spaces. We don't have to be in one space to be like, oh, I like this, or I don't like this. You get it? We get time to decide for yourself if you like it or not. So I'm really, and I have to say thank you as well for your contribution to the genre.
Thank you.
Big up.
And I hope people are thanking me for my contribution. Because 2000 let's not go into it.
No, let's go there. They need to know.
I can tell you his whole life story. I've heard it like 500 times.
I'm still hurting. You know how many clubs I went to back in 2000
he used to
and something.
DJ. Let me even tell them.
Get out of here.
Wow, it's crazy. No, tell me about it, bro. I'd like to.
No, it's just funny because I remember I will play songs like Zule Zoo.
Right.
Like, I'm such an Afrobeat. I'm not your, let's go with regular. No. I'll play songs like Zule Zoo. Like, my cousins were like 10, 9.
Wow.
They're like 20, 29 years old now. These are and I'll play these songs. And I can't believe they were bought into the way I was gassing them.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, yo, I'm happy to see it. You know what I mean? So it's just a journey. Just like when I was at Ashake's concert. The reason why I cried a bit was just like, I'm like, damn, I would never have thought in my whole life I'll see 20,000 plus people, and I'm just looking at him like it was me performing. It was even
that's crazy.
It's mad. It's
mad.
Really mad.
It's mad.
Not a lot of people get it. They just think it's just music. No, it's not.
It's not just
like
music.
you go to school, you can't even listen to the song publicly.
Nah.
Do you guys understand? Where I'm there, still putting my song on volume low.
Nah, it's crazy.
Because people tell me, "Oh, bro, you're making noise, man."
It's crazy.
Go back to your
shout out to the UK as well has also contributed
a
lot to the culture and to the growth of the culture. And we're hoping that the rest of Europe, America, Asia catches on. I saw a beautiful thing where in Asia they were dancing to Rush, Unavailable, Calm Down. It's crazy.
Shout out to social media, man.
It's actually crazy. I'm seeing choreographers out there dancing to Afrobeats, and then it's like I'm seeing Asian producers, European producers producing proper Afrobeat sounds. It's mad, and it just goes to show that impossible is nothing. There's no limitations to what we can be.
This year, like I was watching Love Island. Don't judge me. I was watching Love Island, and I've watched the other series before this. They've never played Afrobeats.
Wow.
This year, first episode, Rush, Iron
Wow. That's crazy.
I was like, are they playing this? Like, I was genuinely shocked because, like, that's not their audience usually, innit? So I was just like, wow. And then every other episode, they're playing Afrobeats on it.
It just goes to show, like, united we stand. If we're stronger together, like, if Africans stop fighting each other, embracing the power in unity of being African. As long as you're black, you're African. No disrespect.
No, it's not disrespect.
Oh, she knows.
I'm not trying to,
I know.
She knows this. It's all good.
Exactly. So, I think we have power in unity. And it's not just as a race, as a community, as, people who have an agenda to push or, have a vision for something, whatever you believe in, as long as you can do it together with people who believe in you and have like minds, it's amazing.
I agree with you. And we need to start thinking for ourselves as well. Because a lot of people are sheep. They just follow the herd, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, let's go do it. Just like again, I said again, for you might just see it as you're an inspiration. You know why?
Thank you.
Everyone is going here. You feel, I'll come. I'll go there. We're still going to the same place, but I'm just going there through there, and it's amazing to see. Like
that's why I said he's someone who like looks at opportunity and takes the risk. Because a lot of people won't take that risk because they're like, it might not work. They want to take the option that's guaranteed success, but you're not that kind of person.
Yeah, he modernized what I grew up seeing from a young age. You know, when you go to ceremonies, you see those people that will sing, they'll be calling them. People will pay them to call their name, to hype them. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. When you go to ceremonies, they'll give them small money now. The guy will be like, Femi, yo, Femi, Femi, yo, Femi. The people will be dancing. Like, he's gone and modernized it.
I hear you.
So for a random person that doesn't know nothing about Afrobeats, doesn't know anything about Africans and stuff like that, he's made it so digestible that I, as a person just walking down the road, they stop, what's this sound? I can explain it to them.
And to be honest, like you said, there's a way I operate. Like, I feel like I don't care as much as I used to. I used to care a lot about. Now I just feel like my self-awareness is so high, and I need to focus on who I'm designed and created to be. I need to find my assignment and my purpose, and I think that's why I'm doing what I do. You know, impacting the next generation is like one of the major assignments for me. And also, I'm not gonna just sit down here and take all the accolades. I mean, I'm not the only one.
Of course.
There's quite a number of people out there who
just
contributed exactly to the significantly to the culture. And shout out to the guys, Toby Shang, Shafa, Voltage of Hype. There's just quite a bunch of creatives out there. Me Black. Shouts to the ones before. Some of them still doing the thing. MC Larry D. Special Spesh, Dio to the TUN, Jimmy, Shodi, there's Jay Breeze is my guy, still doing active. A lot of people have been in the game for a minute, and it's just a whole community. And I hope that we can grow a bond that will just help us fight this movement together. Because united we stand, and divided we fall.
And also just quickly, honestly, you mentioning all the names now, and I was just thinking to myself. A lot of them, pretty much maybe 90%. I'm aware of them. I know of them. Yeah. And I'm just thinking to myself, even at the concert, they played a song. It wasn't even a song. It just became a hype. It's hype.
It's hype.
And I'm like, yo, this is a different vibe, This is not like your
thing.
It's crazy.
There's more hype hit songs out there.
Of course.
Some people don't consider this, even the artist doesn't consider this hype music. Ameno Amapiano.
Oh yes.
There's that. There's Toby Shang, Run This Town. There's so many hits out there, and sometimes even I consider Shally Poppy a hype man.
It's a hype man. Everyone know now that Shally. Come on, Shally Poppy's a hype man.
There's just if the culture can become bigger, if people can accept it for what it is, it will do a whole lot of good. Imagine Goyameno and Shally Poppy said they were hype men. Do you know how it would change the game for hype? But like everybody, I don't know their story. Their experiences are unique to them, and they can identify with whatever or whoever they say they are. I'm just saying, like, there's a bigger picture, and I'm also here to like set my narrative, because I know that if I'm doing this, if I get a hit song today and I say I'm a hype man, I know how it's going to change the bread for a lot of hype men.
That's true.
So yeah,
that's really true.
Yeah.
So apart from like music and stuff, what do you like to do?
What do I like to do? Damn. So I'm an A&R.
Yeah.
Still music. I run a multimedia entrepreneur company. I'm a multimedia entrepreneur, and visuals, video directing, audio production, imaging, branding, and all of that for radio stations, for just companies.
A lot
generally.
of media, entertainment.
I'm a fashion designer.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a fashion guy.
Okay.
So
jeez, let me see your outfit. I'm joking.
No, this one is London boy, coded, and then aside music, I'm a product manager as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I picked up product management not too long ago, and
so when do you sleep?
When do I sleep?
When do you sleep?
I think I'm also, I think because of that, my self-awareness has been able to help me manage my time effectively. So I also know that I need to delegate. I used to have trust issues, but now I've understood that to be a successful person doing multiple things, you need to be able to assign and delegate responsibilities. Nice. So I've been able to, share some of these responsibilities and supervise them, to people. And I think once I do that, I can sleep well. Nice. At least 6 to 8 hours, I'm good. The
trust thing is important.
It's very important for you to trust.
Yeah, it's true.
As an entrepreneur.
And I get what you mean with the trust issues, especially with business, because it's like your name, your reputation's on the line of other people.
For sure. You just have to trust. And it might take you some time to study the right person, to study who's who and who's right for you. At the end of the day, it's not really about how qualified a person is. It's about the character of the person. That's one thing I also understood about business. Business is not getting someone that's qualified, but someone that has a good character. I mean, shout out to Femi, man. Femi is like the guy. Like there's some people that are more qualified than him, but I feel like his character has actually taken him farther than Do you understand? And there's quite a number of people who have good character out there that I enjoy working with. So
Yes,
I think for me, trust is really up there. Loyalty is up there as well. So
trust, man.
and
that's why
I've been
Martin
able to
Luther
do
King
it.
said you'll be judged by your content one day. So,
Right.
But nah, Sheye Banks,
Thank you so
you've
much.
been amazing.
Thank you.
We
thank
know
you.
we don't want to keep you here for too long. We know you're a busy man. You've got to fly. You know what I mean? But thank you so much, man. Guys, go check out his new project.
Yeah.
Make
Statement of account.
Afrohype is a
Statement of
thing.
account's out now.
That's the
Hey.
album.
And you know what I mean?
Features your faves.
Trust
Features LAX, Crayon, T
Trust
Classic, Lecon.
Yes.
I mean,
Crazy
Pretty Boy
project.
Dio,
Trust.
MI, Files, CK. It's a packed album, so make sure
Trust.
you go check it out.
Guys, we've been Vivz and Banks podcast. Yes, you already know. And until next time, guys.
Bye.
Adios.